What is going on, you guys? Welcome to my channel where we talk all things money, real estate, personal finance, and entrepreneurship. This is my very first video on this channel, and I cannot express how excited I am to be putting content out into the world and providing as much value as I can. A little intro of myself. My name is Anthony. I'm a 24-year-old entrepreneur / real estate investor based out of Houston, Texas. A couple of years into college, I realized that school systems were way outdated. The things that they were teaching in school were not resonating to me, and I knew that I would not use those things in life. I also realized that I did not want to work for anyone but myself, so that way I could do anything that I wanted, anytime that I wanted. But enough about me, let's get to it. In today's video, we are going to be talking about personal finance. I will be talking about why debit cards are bad, losing you money, and why you should stop using them. If you watch this video, you will learn why I hardly ever use my debit card, but instead use one of these bad boys. First of all, disclaimer, I am not a CPA or certified financial advisor. These are just my opinions, and you should always consult a professional. But let's get to it. Number one, debit cards do nothing for your credit score. As obvious as it is, credit cards build credit when used effectively. Your credit score is important for getting good interest rates on big purchases such as buying a house or buying a car. For example, if you were to get a 30-year fixed mortgage on a house at $200,000 at 5%, by the end of that loan term, you would have paid $386,511. Now compare that same loan with a 4% interest rate, you would have paid $343,739. That's almost a $43,000 difference. Good credit scores also allows you to be approved for the best credit cards out there. Keep in mind that you need to be aware of how much of your credit limit you are using. This is called your credit utilization rate. Although that's a good rule to follow to avoid budgetless spending habits, according to this article by CNBC, the highest scoring 25% of consumers, those with a score above 795, use an average of 7% of their credit limit. The article also goes to state that when you cross 30% utilization rate, your score begins to drop faster if your debit continues to climb. Now, if you're starting out with a beginner credit card, like the Chase Freedom Unlimited or the Chase Freedom Flex, you will most likely start with a $500 credit limit, and 7% of that would only be $35. A good way to combat this is to always increase your credit limit, so that even though you utilize the same percentage in credit limit, it would be a higher dollar amount. You can increase your credit limit by simply calling the bank and telling them that you've been a loyal customer for X amount of years, all of your payments have been on time and never late, and that you would want a higher credit limit to help build your score even more. Also, be sure to ask the representative if increasing your credit limit will result in a hard pull on your credit score, because hard pulls can actually lower your credit. However, I don't recommend calling your bank if you've only been a customer for a couple of months. You need time to build up that rapport and your credit history. If you guys are getting any value in this video, please do me a favor. Go ahead and thumbs up this video and subscribe. Each and every one of you who do so will help this channel out tremendously and help reach more people like yourself. If you want to be notified every time I post a new video, hit that notification bell. I'll be posting 2 new videos every week. Thanks guys, let's go on to number 2. Number 2, debit cards don't earn you any rewards. The most common rewards that you can earn are through cash back or points and miles. When you use your debit card instead of your credit card, you are literally missing out on earning free money. With the Chase Freedom Unlimited credit card, you can earn 3% cash back at restaurants and 5% cash back on travel purchased through Unlimited Rewards. You can also earn a $200 cash back sign-up bonus when you spend $500 in the first 3 months of opening your credit card. With the Chase Sapphire Preferred, you can earn a sign-up bonus of 60,000 points when you spend $4,000 on purchases in the first 3 months of opening your credit card. That's $750 worth of free travel. Number 3, carrying a debit card is essentially carrying your bank account in your wallet, which means your bank account can potentially be stolen. Even though you create a PIN when you get a new debit card, people can still use that card. Another example is online shopping. I'm sure you have bought things online before, and nowhere does it require you to put the PIN number in, just the card information, which they already have. I don't know about you, but I don't like the feeling of carrying my entire bank account in my wallet. I'm not saying don't carry your debit card around, I just want to highlight what happens if it's stolen. Of course somebody will say, don't lose it then. but accidents happen and you can't always prevent things. With that being said, debit cards are more of a hassle when dealing with fraud. When fraud appears on your credit card, they're spending the credit issuer's money. When fraud appears on your debit card, they're spending your money. With a credit card, you have time to report the issue and resolve it before your bill is due. With a debit card, that money leaves your account immediately, and fraudulent chargebacks can take anywhere from a couple of weeks to a couple of months. These are just a few things on why you should be using your credit card and not your debit card. But to be transparent, you need to be using your credit card properly and wisely to be effective and not get yourself into debt. A few things you need to be cautious about when using a debit card is the interest rates, formerly known as the APR or annual percentage rate. Interest rates kick in when you carry your balance over past the due date without paying the current balance. That is probably why you've heard that you need to be paying your balance in full every month, so you can be sure that you're avoiding any interest. Interest rates can range anywhere from 0% to 23%. So if you were to carry a balance of $5,000 because you wanted 3 new Gucci bags, and you can only afford to make $200 payments every month, you would have to pay anywhere from $876 to over $1,600 by the time you've paid off your credit card. Most credit cards allow an introductory APR percentage when first opening a credit card of 0% for a certain amount of time, which is generally 12 to 18 months. That means you can open a credit card and not pay any interest on your balance for 12 to 18 months. But I don't recommend that, because you want to start building good habits and paying your credit card on time. Your credit card issuer also allows you to pay the minimum payment instead of the full balance, but I don't recommend that, because when you pay the minimum, you're only avoiding late fees, but you are not avoiding the interest on that balance, so you will still have to pay interest. Many people are confused and think that if they just pay the minimum, they avoid the interest, but that's not the case. There's always been a fear of credit cards, but I personally think that credit cards are one of the best things that you can utilize, if used properly. To recap, debit cards do nothing for your credit score, while credit cards build up your credit. Debit cards earn no rewards, while credit cards can earn rewards like cash back or points and miles, aka free money and travel. Debit cards carry a higher risk to your bank account with theft and fraud, and more of a hassle to resolve, while credit cards are easier to resolve and have no significant impact on your account. Again, these are all just my personal opinions and what I prefer. I am not a certified financial advisor or CPA, so you should always consult a professional. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I plan to give as much value as I can and make a bunch of content about money, real estate, personal finance, and entrepreneurship. If you guys have any questions or comments about debit cards or credit cards, comment down below and I'll do my best to answer them. Also, go ahead and click that notification bell if you want to be notified every time that I post. I'll be posting 2 new videos every week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.